Yes, this is a very interesting day. Why? Well, because today we're gonna get the exhaust installed in our swap car. It's gonna have a downpipe, 3-inch downpipe, and it will connect within the middle back to the rear side of the car with a complete full HKS exhaust with a muffler, and I think that's it. Just that. It will not have a catalytic converter, and the main reason that I'll have to take this car to a shop is because the downpipe designed by CX Racing, it's amazing, but it's designed for a manual swap. And in this case, because we're running an automatic transmission, then it has kind of a fat belly going down, and that thing is touching with the downpipe. So basically I need someone to cut, trim, and probably adjust and make that thing happen. So we're actually waiting on the tow truck that should have been here, and we get started. So the car is not working now. It's not starting, so we jump started with the towing truck, and I'm here waiting my turn for the exhaust thing. But the issue though is, as soon as they jump start and they remove the battery from, the kickstart battery, then the car starts working very poorly. Electric power steering is not working, then the engine is misfiring. So we asked those guys to see if they could actually help us, and they were gentle enough to say yes. So now we're gonna wait around 20-25 minutes to see if the battery gets live again, and if so, we're gonna be able to get the car into the lift. If not, we're not gonna be able to push the car in, and they're not gonna be able to work on the exhaust. So finger crossed, a lot of prayers. Okay, battery's in, and we're gonna see if now it starts.
Do you have the V-Band clamp too?
No, I don't. You don't have it?
That.
You don't have any?
It'll come with the V-Band.
Yeah.
No, we don't have it.
Okay.
Dad, I don't see how this got fit, but he doesn't have the V-Band. This might work, but it's not really close. This is for a similar connection, but it's not really
Understood.
braced up like a regular V-band clamp. It's got a lot more metal to it that's stronger.
Gotcha.
And these things go through a lot of heat. This is made for holding one together. It's got a soft gasket in it.
Oh, okay.
I can probably get it to hold it together enough for me to do the job.
Okay, sounds good.
Then I'll just take it back off, and then we'll need to get the right one.
Yes, sir. here you are. Long story short, I wasn't able to record. Main reason why is because they didn't want to finish the job and just close the entire thing because the car has no cat. So I ended up taking the car out with the part, and I just installed myself in a parking lot. And yeah, now we're putting some fuel into the engine, and I'm gonna put a turbo blanket because I think that thing will melt. So all that stuff, and we hit the road home. Okay guys, 15 minutes already passed. So far so good. The only thing that I'm kind of putting an eye on, it's the oil temperature. Oil temperature, it's around 222 Fahrenheit. I have no clue if that's in range or not. I'm also checking at the coolant level, and the coolant temperature seems to be okay. And I'm not pushing the car at all. The car is going at less than 2500 RPM, and as you can see, less than 60 miles an hour, which is a very soft pace. But hey, so far so good. Okay, so this is it. We made it home. We made it to Mingwood Garage. Car seems to be fine. A lot of smell. I assume it's because this turbo housing shield heat protection thing, it has to get cured, and I assume that's why it's smelly and kind of smoking a bit. And then the car, you know, it felt solid. I mean, the only weird thing was the oil temperature went up to almost 222 and stayed flat in that number, and now it's going down. I'm just letting it idle, and the exhaust sounds nice, man. And the car is back on stance, and I'm not quite happy about that, man. Every single time we're moving forward one step, there are a couple of steps we're going backwards. But hey, look at this turbo blanket, man. It's so beautiful. It was quite easy to install. I basically installed this thing the other day on the gas station. I just put it like this, and I left that thing, closed the hood, and nothing happened. And then today I basically secured with a wire. You have one pin there and another one on the other side, and then there's just one in the middle. So basically one long wire, you go through it, you kind of clamp that thing, and voila. And the last thing of today's episode, as you can see, we have the pipe out again. This is the one that was built by the guys at the exhaust shop. Main issue that we do have is the pipe from here up to probably this distance. All this section of the pipe is touching the automatic transmission. Let me show you. You see that thing there? That's the oil pan of the transmission. And it's not to have that thing touching the exhaust. Main reason why, because the transmission runs with oil, and you don't want that oil to be extremely hot. So there's a potential solution that we're gonna try. We're gonna wrap this thing, and then we're gonna finish the wrapping with a high temp silicone coating. So this is how the wrap looks. I mean, so far so good. I'm quite happy about this. And then what we need to do now is we need to paint this with this same brand product. Partly this is kind of suggested. Basically what they said is that when you use this coating, then the wrap will avoid having a lot of moisture and will be basically more resistant. So having said that, we're gonna give probably 3-4 light coats, and probably that will be it. And the last thing, baking time. Okay, we're ready to get this thing clamped. New Byron clamps. We're still waiting for USPS guy to bring the gasket. And yeah, we're gonna start putting everything back together. How do you feel about that, Oscar? today. This is it, real test. Deep tone in the back. You cannot hear much in the center, and in the front the only thing we hear is some accessory belt squeezing. Push, push, push. I need to take that one. Okay, and final test of the leak. No leaks. Good. It's so good to have an exhaust.